All right, so one of the hardest things to do right now in this real estate market that we're currently in is finding good, motivated sellers. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you about, does door knocking work in real estate? All right, so really, would knocking on someone's door actually benefit you, or would you actually find a motivated seller knocking on someone's door in this market? Stick around and you shall see. Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to take you on a walk with me of actual live footage of me physically door knocking on doors of real estate. I'm actually going through neighborhoods that I know that there's properties that I want to talk to. Like these people are on the notice of default list, or they're in list pendants, or basically AKA they're not paying their mortgage. That's all that is. They're just behind on their mortgage. So I'm not just randomly picking any properties. Yes, sometimes I'll knock on doors that I just see that the property might be a little run down, or in previous videos where I talked about what is driving for dollars, where I basically am door knocking on doors that, they have broke down cars or they're in list pendants. So I find these properties via a program called the Land Sharks List. That's the landsharkslist.com. And you can go in and get a free trial and start using this program today to find these houses. We call it the NOD, or notice of default, or list pendants. And these are the properties I'm actually going and door knocking on right now.
All right, I'm at my first door knocking location, and this place is absolutely incredible. These are condos. You got covered parking, and let's see if the first person is available. Walk up to the door, and we're gonna knock lightly. Might be a little too late because there's actually a lockbox on the door. Oh. All right, that's okay, because I got a few more in this area, but really I was just gonna have a conversation. Just, hey, is there any way I could help? I'm not with the bank. I'm not here to buy or sell your property. I'm not a real estate agent. Just wanted to make sure that you've got, your options. There's so many things that you can do to avoid losing your house to foreclosure. You don't have to be in the situation. There's so much equity in your houses these days, and there's so many other options besides losing it to the bank. All right, I'm currently at my next house, and this one it looks like they're actually upside down in their value, or they're really, really close to their actual loan to value. So this one might be a harder one to help these people, but there's also the option of like a subject to existing financing. You never want to trade places with a person in a bad situation unless it's going to actually, rent for more than the mortgage payment. A subject to existing financing is basically where you take over the loan and you end up buying the property, and you're responsible for all maintenance and insurance and payments and repairs and you name it. But if the rent covers it, you might be able to, build equity. Also, another thing about this owner is it looks like they live out of state, because there's a Pennsylvania mailing address, and it looks like they might not be home. Looks like they're already gone for the summertime. A lot of times we call these snowbirds in Florida. They go back home for the winter, and they just come back down when it gets really, really cold. Let's try it one more time. Maybe she just didn't hear it. You always want to kind of step away from the door and, never make yourself look too large when you're knocking on a door. Also, if they're looking out the window right now, they probably see me talking to myself. It might look a little odd. I wouldn't answer the door either if I saw someone just strangely talking to themselves. So we'll just go on to the next one. Sometimes you also want to leave a note, which actually I'm going to go back to the truck and get my notepad, because you always want to leave a note for these people, because they might just be out at the pool. So rather than just knocking and leaving if they don't answer, you leave a note, and they can call you when they get back. So sticky notes work great for this. You can get them pre-printed, and you can write on them each individually, which is really cool, because if her name is Judith, you say, hey Judith, give me a call when you get back. Something super simple like that. I don't have anything for sale. And you know, you might be buying something, you know, you might be buying the house, but yeah, just keep it super simple. Sometimes about door knocking is you just gotta kind of just keep doing it, stay consistent with it.
Hey guys, I hope you're getting so much value out of this, of exactly what to say, hopefully giving you the confidence to do this. You know, listen to this video over and over so you can go out there and just start door knocking. Like, as you can tell, I don't have a script. You know, there's nothing that I'm just learning, internalizing. I'm just using what I'm going to say at the door to figure out how I can help these people be a little bit different from everyone else out there that just wants to buy the property for a discount. And if you're getting tons of value out of this, smash that subscribe button and also hit the like button.
All right, so this time I've got the note ready. I'm gonna leave on Robert's door. If he's not home, hopefully he's home. Because does door knocking work in real estate? Absolutely it works, but you have to work it. You know, this is not something simple. You have to consistently stay with it. So let's go ahead and ring the doorbell first. That's the reason why they've got one of these. Step away, kind of to the side. This is very well maintained, but this guy's on the notice of default list. You know, he hasn't been paying his mortgage payment, so he might be interested in, you know, talking about some options. Oh, once again, you got the lockbox on it, so we might be a little too late. I feel like something's running in there. Note on the door. Knock one more time. That's all part of it. Sometimes the best time to go door knocking is, you know, later in the evenings rather than, this is kind of the middle of the day. So you want to kind of use what to your advantage. It's best to knock when people are actually home for the evening or home on a Saturday. This guy might be out golfing, no telling.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Listen, if you want access to this program that I find these notice of defaults and list pendants and a whole bunch of other properties that might have motivated sellers, head on over to thelandsharkslist.com for your free trial to start using this system today.